This is Paul. Yeah. Now, these crops, yeah, the cabbage and the radishes, yeah, that will grow to their full size, yeah. I would think that the residents of the Arctic, yeah, might want to grow other vegetables than just those two. Yes. Now, protected under glass, greenhouse, ouch. Now, it's possible to make a magnification of the sun. Yeah. Now, as much as you might think about it, yes, think Pythagorean theory. Yep, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And it can actually rotate because it's on a kind of a pedestal. Yeah. Huh? Now, I can magnify the sun. Yeah. Without the magnification of the sun, but an increase of the heat of the sun. Yeah. Now, if you had a greenhouse, yeah, on in the Arctic, yeah, that was very well insulated. It's possible to produce crops, yes, in the most remote regions of the world. Now, for the people that live there in the Arctic region, yeah, they probably want to eat something other than cabbage and radishes. Yeah. Now, for those of us that think that there's not a new technology available, I'm telling you that I can make hundreds, maybe thousands of miles of greenhouse out of recycled garbage. Yeah, plexiglass. And I can mold it. Yes. And I can magnify it. Yeah. And I can trap the heat of the sun. Yeah. Inside the actual greenhouse. Now, you have a very good reason for destroying the world, isn't that right, police department? Yeah. And you're sure, yes, that your destruction of humanity, yeah, is in the best interests of yourselves. Yeah. My thought is it's not. Yes. As much as you dislike me telling you this, yes, every false arrest right now is a destruction of humanity. See, the individuals that have been paying for all of this conspiracy, yeah, and the payroll, and the way we're going and the way we decided, and we all said, well, we just pay for all this. Yeah. This is actually, well, extremism. Yeah. The inability to accept terrorism. Yeah. Now, I'm going to document, yes, and then I'm going to sue this state right now for employing terrorists, yes, as the actual employees of the government. Yeah. Now, every time I email it right now, well, I'm sitting here having explained to you the civil rights of the United States. Yeah. And you were absolutely sure that the billionaire families were going to pay you, yes, to obstruct me and my rights. Yeah. And then you were going to ignore, yeah, what is known as normal. Yeah. Because of your fanaticism. Pooch right now. Now, a lot of cops are going to dislike tonight because I'm going to prove that my technology works. Yeah. And you're intentionally wanting to destroy humanity. No! Now, there is a form of terrorism where you're right. Yeah. You're destroying humanity. Yeah. You're accomplishing your political goal. Yes. Of the complete destruction of humanity. See, it gets expensive when I include all of humanity. Yes. Now, I'm sure, yes, that I can produce steam. Yeah. I can produce a greenhouse. Yeah. That stays warm more days of the year. Yes. I can magnify the sun. Yes. In fact, I can make a 10-story tall, 100 magnification of the sun magnifying glass. I can point it towards the ocean right now. And I can produce steam. Now, these are simple concepts, or somebody in their supercomputer brain, yeah, decided, well, these are not important to humanity, the concepts. Yeah, the technology is not important. Pooch. What I say is important because I'm a billionaire, yeah, and Paul is not. Yes, and the only reason I'm not terrorism. You took my sons because you're fanatics. Yeah. Religious zealots. Yes. That this is the way that we're doing things. Yeah. And no matter what, yeah, we are going to refuse to enforce the laws. Yeah. Now, the uniting and strengthening America by providing appropriate tools required to intercept and obstruct terrorism. Yeah. The U.S. Patriot Act. Yeah. Could you get me? Yeah. And my attorneys? Yeah. And the Department of Defense a copy of this? Yeah. Now, if we remember right, there was a terrorist attack in the United States. Yeah. September 11th. Huh! And then we spent, a few $1 trillion. Right. Fighting a war in Iraq. Yeah. Huh? And the Army and the Navy and the Air Force and Marines and all the branches of the military. Yeah. Had participated in approximately 15 years of war. Now, Section 208, designation of judges. Yeah. Let's just look at the Patriot Act because when I look at what you're doing, yeah, it definitely violates the Patriot Act. Yeah. Well, it does. Yeah. And I'm going to prove that. Ouch! And then you're going to be tried for terrorism. Now, Patriot Act. The sense of Congress condemning discrimination against Arab and Muslim Americans. Yeah. They are often pointed at as being extremists. Yes. I noticed that in a lot of literature I was reading. In fact, why don't we look at all the Muslim places of worship? Yeah. GPS the location. And then get me their Wi-Fi. Yes. Any of their computers that are online. Yeah. And see if there's any Nazis. Yeah. Not the Nazis that we know of. Yes. But the individuals we did not see. Yeah. That want to cause extremism in religions that are susceptible. Yes, they are. To the influence of technology. Yeah. Now, the acts of violence that have been taken against Arab and Muslim Americans since September 11th of 2001. Yeah. Attacks against the United States. Yes. Should be and are condemned by all Americans who value freedom. Yes. I would be one of those. Oh. Now, the concept of individual responsibility for wrongdoing is sacrosanct. Yeah. In American society. And applies equally to all religious, racial, and ethnic groups. When American citizens commit acts of violence against those who are or are perceived to be of Arab or Muslim descent, they should be punished to the full extent of the law. Yeah. Now, let me reword this. Yeah. When police officers right now commit acts of violence against those who are American citizens and are perceived to be a threat to their zealous fanaticism, known as radicalism, they should be punished to the full extent of the law. Now, Sequim Police Department right now. Fabricated evidence. Yes. When police officers commit acts of violence against those who are American citizens, they should be punished to the full extent of the law. Now, Jefferson County Sheriff's Department right now. Now, we have some terrorism going on involving the use of law enforcement. Yes. And every day I document that I'm a victim, you have refused to acknowledge my rights as a citizen of the United States. Now, as I sit here right now, you're enforcing the fraud of dismissing cases for incompetence because of your fraudulent use of mental health evaluations. You're enforcing, the fraud of the false arrest that took place on January 4th. Right now. January 4th of 2016. And the false arrest that took place on September 19th of 2017. The law enforcement of the state of Washington, is terrorism. And I'm going to walk right now